So, first of all, I am thankful that I'm going to discuss with you regarding the programming, how this programming can make our work easy, and how much programming we require in this field of the bioinformatics. Okay. So, first of all, I would like to split this bioinformatics word into bio and the informatics. So, what is a bio? Bio is nothing but whatever you are going to study or what you have studied means there are a lot of many people here that are just entering into this field or have already completed the PhD, etc. Okay, so what is a bioinformatics is? So informatics means sorry, bio. You know what is the informatics is? We are going to discuss. So informatics is the science of processing the data for storage and the retrieval. Okay, so as an bioinformatician, you are going to deal with the huge data sets. Okay, and for that, it will be required to process that data and store somewhere. That is what the informatics is, we call. Okay, now as it is going to, as you are going to process the data and store somewhere, you will require the programming actually. Okay, so what are the objectives to use the programming in this field? Data analysis and processing, algorithm development, automation and the reproducibility, data visualization, machine learning and the AI and the data mining, we say, and the custom tool development. What are those things? Let's discuss them in a brief. So the data processing and the analysis. As a bioinformatician, as I said, yeah, that you are going to deal with the large data sets. Okay, so those data sets you have to use for your work. Yeah, for there will be some purpose for that. So that database you have to clean. Okay, there will be some required things there. There will be some non-required things in that data set that you have to actually separate. This is what they call we as the data processing. And the analysis means, what is the data analysis? So the data analysis is the process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming and modeling the data with the goal of discovering useful information. Okay, means it is the next process of the data processing. Algorithm development. Algorithm development means what? It is the way to solve your problems. That is what we call the algorithm. Okay, if I again tell you in a short words, so the it is a set of the rules that must be followed when solving a particular problem. Suppose that you are going to solve an mathematical expression, and that mathematical expression has the addition, subtraction, division and the multiplication. So the rule says what? BODMAS. There is a BODMAS rule. That is the algorithm bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and the subtraction. This is the rule for the solving that expression if that has the addition, multiplication, subtraction. Okay, so this is the algorithm development is. If there is a problem statement, you need a proper algorithm. You need a proper algorithm for that, and using that algorithm actually you can do the programming. So this is the objective that you can complete, you can achieve using the programming. Next is the automation and the reproducibility. As Jyoti ma'am has just discussed in the first slide, the first session that she has presented, she used a term called NGS tools, next generation sequences. Suppose I have a data of the 30 GB. For that 30 GB data, I need I need to run few of the tools, say 7 tools I have to run on that data. One tool will take 1 hour. So are you going to spend your 10 hours for the 30 GB data? No. What will I do? I will use the automation there. So automation, what is automation? Automation is the way of solving your problems by reducing the human efforts. We can say like that. Okay, automation describes a wide range of the technologies that reduce the human invention in process, namely by predetermining the decision criteria, sub-process, relationships, and related actions, as well as the embodying the predeterminations in the machines. That what we can say automation. Automation is everywhere nowadays. Okay, there are mainly there are certain industries or there is no industry left in this world that doesn't use the automation. So automation is must. These things you can achieve through the programming. Okay. Next is, after the automation, there is a reproducibility. So what is a reproducibility? So it is the obtaining the consistent results using the same input data, computational methods, and conditions of the analysis. Okay, reproducibility means you will get the consistent result. You are going to focus on the consistent results without any errors. That is what we call the reproducibility. Next is the data visualization. Okay, suppose I will give you the example of the data visualization. You have the data of the 5 years, and that in that 5 years there is a number of the population that in the 2014 2011 to 2015 I have the data. In the 2011 this much was the population. In the 2012 it was like this up to the 2015. Okay, but if I give you the data for the 100 years, is it easy to visualize the data, or to just determine in which year the population was too high, where it was too low, and where it is in the average? No. For that, there is only way to solve that issue, to we can say to observe that data. That is the visualization. So visualization of the biological data is crucial for interpreting and communicating research findings. And for that, the programmings help you for the data visualization. There are a lot many graphs that you can actually plot using the programmings, like a bar plot, then box plot is there, histogram, simple line chart, like that. Okay, lot many plots are there. So yeah, you can do the data visualization as well. AI machine learning and the data mining. So what are these things are? See, AI is a wide term, okay, and everyone is using the artificial intelligence in this day. So artificial intelligence is nothing but it is demonstrated by the machines as opposed to intelligence displayed by humans or by other animals. We can say it is the simulation of the human intelligence process processes by machines, especially the computer systems. Means how the computer will think towards, and how the computer will solve any problem. Okay, how that machine will think regarding that problem. That is what the AI is, artificial intelligence. Okay, machine learning. Machine learning is the first step of the AI. In the machine learning, actually, it is not like learning the machine. It is teaching the machine. It is training your machine. Training is what? There are some dog squads there, the army and the police services users. Okay, they use to detect the bombs and the mines, and to catch the thieves. Okay, so they actually train their dogs. They have the way that if they want to feed that dog, they will feed something like that. So that dog will understand. Yeah, if they feed me, then it means that I have to sit. And if they say sit, I have to sit there. Okay, that is what we are training that dog, that squad is training to that. Okay, so in that way we also use the machine learning, we also train our machines. Okay, this is what we call the machine learning. It is not a learning the machine, learning regarding the machine, it is training your machine. So AI and machine learning, this is also this is only the part that you can achieve with the programming. Okay, then comes to the data mining. So what is the data mining is? Let's talk about that. So data mining is nothing but it is extracting the useful data from the large data sets. Okay. Suppose there is a data, large data is there regarding you can say some, let's take the population. Okay, there is a population data set in a large data set, and that large data set also has the population of population, or you can say the number of the animals it also contains, and it also has the number of the vehicles produced in that year. But what I want is I just want that population of the human beings, not the number of the vehicles. Okay, so I can extract only that much data from that a data set. That is what we call as a data mining. Custom tool development. Let's take an example that somebody has given you a problem, or your industry where some people might have might be working professional. So suppose that your industry has given you a problem that you have to solve. What you will do, if that problem is too much complicated, first you'll try to figure out that, okay, if that problem is too much multi complicated, you will search it on the Google, you will take help from somebody. But if nothing is working, that what will you do? You will split it in some parts. You will try to do it from yourself. You will try to solve it from yourself, means you will develop some methods for that. So in the bioinformatics, it might be a scenario that you will not get any method to solve your problem. So in that case, you have to create your own tools. Okay, so custom tool development is essential, and to learn this custom tool development, one should know the programming very well. Okay, so that thing is also important, and it can be achieved through the programming. Let's move to the next topic, that what languages should a bioinformatician should learn. So I will say the R and the Python. These are the two languages that a bioinformatician must have. Let's talk about the R. So when it comes to the data analysis and the visualization, the R is the programming language that you have to go for. But as an bioinformatician, so why we use the R and the Python only? So see, you guys are not from the computer background or the IT background. Okay, as an a bioinformatician, you are more likely towards the biological things. So R and the Python are this language that anybody can learn. What are the prerequisites for that? You just need a logic. Yes, you just need a logic. So logic means how actually you are thinking about a problem. Suppose there is a expression, there is a mathematical expression that I have given to you. Many people from you will solve that problem in 6 lines, say, means there will be the solution they will write for in the 6 lines, and many people will solve the same problem in the 12 lines. Okay, so they have used their own logic. Okay, so you should have a better logic for learning the programming. Okay, that's what you need. Now, R and Python. Why only the R and Python? There are 250 plus languages in the market, but why we are using the R and the R and the Python in the field of this bioinformatics? So to learn these languages, first of the all the prerequisites, it is nothing. You just need the logic, and the thing is that they are easy to learn. Why easy to learn? Because if you see the syntax of these languages, these R and Python, those are very easy. The keywords that they have used are very similar to the English language. You will see some keywords there like and, or, not, in, then, while, if, else, elif, like that, like this. So actually these keywords matches the pure English language. Okay, you can, yeah, they actually sounds similar to the English language, and yeah, they mean also. Okay, so that's why these languages are easy to learn. The second reason, and what is the syntaxes? As I just have speak about this syntax. What is the syntax? Syntax is nothing but it is the structure of your program. See, every language also has a structure that you can't write a random code there. Okay, there are some rules and regulations to write your program, so you have to follow the syntaxes. That is what the syntax is. Syntax is the structure of your program, how you are writing it. Okay, so yeah, Python is easy to learn. Then second thing is that whatever you want to do, what is your requirement, what are tools you required to handle your data, those are available majorly in these two languages, the R and the Python. Okay, the packages like biopython, pandas, then numpy, bioinfokit, these packages are available in this Python. So biopython is used to study the structural, computational, molecular biology. Then pandas is nothing but it is used to analyze your data. NumPy is numerical Python, and the Bioinfokit means it is used to plot the volcano plots majorly. That Bioinfokit is used there. Okay, so mostly these packages are available in these two languages. Talking about the R has some of the packages like this. We can say R interest is there. The R interest can be used to access the database of the NCBI. Okay, NCBI interest is nothing but you can say it is a database retrieval system, and whatever files formats you require for your biological data that are available on the NCBI. That NCBI has the lot of the databases there, like nucleotide, protein, PubMed, PDB. Such databases are available there, so you can access. Talking about the another thing, the SecINR package is available there, that is used to do the analysis of the sequence ATGC that you can do with that. But what are these packages are now? As I said, packages. But what are these packages? So packages are nothing but they extend the functionality of your language. Okay, basically this R and the Python, they don't have any uh, any functions, or they don't have any program available inbuilt that can handle your data. So you have to actually use, or you have to install the external packages for these two languages. Okay, and yeah, those can be installed from the external sources. So this is what the we call the packages are. Okay, then uh, what is the R? What is the difference between the R and the Python? We are not going to use directly both of them, and they have their own pros and the cons. Okay, so this R is morely towards the statistical analysis and handling the data, whereas Python can also handle the data, but it is more towards the development. Okay, R and the Python, they have their own pros and the cons. That's why it is. Okay, what happens in the R, visualization has flexibility. If suppose you are plotting a graph, and in that graph, if you have to change the color of your labels, you have to change their orientation, you had to increase and decrease the font, or you want to change the x axis labels, y axis labels, so something like that you have to change. You want to change the index there, so more flexibility is available in the R rather than the Python. Okay, and R is faster in the data analysis uh, as compared to the Python. Okay, but R has a somewhat steep learning curve. Syntaxes of the Python are different than the Python. Okay, they are somewhat different, means somewhat complicated they are as compared, not much. Okay, not much, but as compared to the Python. Python is a just straightforward programming language. Okay, yeah, so Python is more towards development, and R is more towards data analysis and the visualization. So with the Python, actually you can create the pipelines. So what is the pipelines? Pipelines are nothing but these are the sequence of the events. As I told you earlier, that automation, for the automation, what you have to do, you have to run the tools one after another. 10 tools you are going to learn. You are not going to sorry, you are going to run that 10 tools, so you are not going to run that 10 tools at a time. There will be the sequence that tool 1 will run first, then tool 2 will run, then 3. So actually you are just making a sequence of that programs, that tools. That is what we call as the pipeline. Okay, pipeline and the algorithms, as I told you, that it is the way towards solving your problem. Those are the steps towards solving the problems. The Python also provides the APIs. A lot of APIs are support with the by the Python. What are the APIs? First of all, API stands for the application program interface. Suppose, for an example, if you have visited a hotel, if you are going to lunch in the, you are going for a lunch in a hotel. So, are you going to enter into the kitchen directly? No, you will call the waiter, then you will give the order, and that waiter will serve you the food. So that waiter is an API there. Like that, API is the way of accessing the data in a programmatic way. As I told you, NCBI is a site on which there are a lot many databases available in nucleotide, PubMed, and those. So actually, you can download the databases by visiting the site. But with this API, you can access those databases in a programmatic way. I'm going to show you the program regarding this API there. Okay, so no worries. And the artificial intelligence, yeah, you can achieve the artificial intelligence this thing here using the Python. So see, when the Python is actually came to the industry, the machine learning and the artificial intelligence, these things are became easy. Okay, earlier it is also possible, but that was not that much user friendly to work with that. It was not that much user friendly. So when the Python came to the industry, these things became easy because of the syntaxes, and a lot of libraries are available there, like the TensorFlow. TensorFlow is for the machine learning. So then SciPy is there, scientific Python, where you can do the multiple statistical, sorry, you can do the mathematical calculations using the SciPy. Okay, so this is what the R and the Python is. Now, are the what are the platforms where I can use this R and Python? So see, R and Python both are open source. You don't have to pay for that, and you can use these R and Python on the three operating systems like Windows, Mac, and the Ubuntu. In the Windows, you need to install the R, the Python, both. But in the Mac and the Ubuntu, the Python is pre-installed, but you have to install the R there. Okay, so Python is pre-installed in the Mac and Ubuntu, but R you have to install there. Okay, so this is what the R and the Python is. These are the languages that a bioinformatician must have. You should learn this, but how much? I'm not saying that you should be a pro in that. You should be and you should learn them as means equal as the an IT guy. It is not. Whatever data you have, that you have to analyze, and only for that you have to learn this R and the Python. If you want to do more things, you are welcome, no issue, but at least you should learn Python and the R in order to solve your problems. That's what it is. Let's move to the next slide. So how the programming can help us? Programming can help you in the data manipulation, algorithm development, as I told you, data analysis, and the data analytics. So what do you mean by the data analytics? So data analytics, we can say, uh, it is the way of just a moment. Yeah, so what I mean is that data analysis is nothing but it is the systematic computational analysis of data or statistics. It is used for the discovery, interpretation, and communication of meaningful patterns in data. Okay, so that is what the analytics means. Data analytics is the we can say it is the processing your data after the analysis. Automation and reproducibility, as I have already discussed. The integration of the tools and databases, yeah, you can also work with the databases like MySQL, MongoDB. With these databases you can also use you can also work. So there's a MySQL client package available in that Python that can actually help you to connect with the databases installing your systems. Okay, then you can also use it for customization and the extensions. I mean, you can do the customizations in your tools whatever you have created. Yeah, you can also create the required tools. As I told you, the tool development, you can also achieve this goal with the programming. So you can do the customization there. Then troubleshooting, yeah, troubleshooting is also one more thing. I would like to I would like to show you a program. What is a troubleshooting is? So, Kashmala, can you please confirm that is my second window is visible?
Yes, that's visible.
Okay. So guys, you can see here that some files I have created: file1.txt, file2.txt, file3.txt, and file4.txt. So first of all, the blank screen you are seeing here, this is my editor. These editors are used to write your codes. Okay, so their primary aim is to write the codes. Okay, you can also write your codes in the notepad, but that is not a feasible way. Okay, without any error, you can write your codes in the editors. Okay, suppose I assign a task to an guy, and said him that you had to create thousand of files, and for the thousand of files you had to give the extension as CSV. But what happened? He gave the name, he gave the extension as .txt instead of the CSV. As you can see, I had taken here only the four files, but I assigned that guy for the thousand files, and he did the mistake. So how I'm going to solve this issue? So if you see, I have created here a program. How much program? How much? What is the length of the program? Is one, two, three, four, 5, and 6 lines only. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write a program that will change the extension of those files from .csv, so .txt, to the .csv. Okay. If I'm going to do it manually, it will take 1 minute, but in a single click you can see here how much time my system has taken: 0.097 seconds only. And for the thousand files, I will guarantee you it will take almost 1 minute, only the 1 minute. And if you are going to do that with a manual way, it will take the days and the nights. Those are the thousand files. Okay, so in this way actually you can make your work easy. You can use to troubleshoot here. You can use the programming for the troubleshooting. Getting back to the point, the next slide is regarding the operating system. How can we exclude that? Okay, operating system is the backend of this R and Python. Okay, because this R and Python is actually running on your operating system. It is a backbone. Okay, so as a bioinformatician, you should have uh, better knowledge regarding these three operating systems: the Linux, the Mac, and the Windows. Okay, sorry. So Linux, Mac, and the Windows that we use nowadays. But in that, Linux is mostly used by the bioinformaticians as compared to the Mac and the Windows. Let's see why. And first of all, let's discuss the distributions, means the types of the Linux. Okay, as you are using the Android also has some distributions, like there was a Android KitKat, then came Android Oreo, then Android, what was that, Oreo, then Lollipop was there, then Android 10, now Android 11 is running. So these are the distributions of that Android. These are the versions. Okay, so Linux or the Linux also has a distributions like Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, Red Hat, and the Kali Linux. But among them, we use the Ubuntu mostly. Why is it so? Because first of all, Ubuntu is user friendly. If you see the user interface of the Ubuntu, it will be somewhat similar to the Windows. Actually, you will get the trash bin, then you will see the icons there that are similar to your Windows. As we are using the Windows since a long, I think everyone is in this world is almost everyone is uh, familiar with these Windows. Okay, so that's why we use the Ubuntu. Then what is the reason to use the Linux actually? So actually the Linux is the operating system that supports the NGS tools. Most of the NGS tools are supported by your Linux, like fastqc, fastp, then App. These are some tools that are uh, supported by the Linux. Then it is freely available. It is open source. You don't have to pay for that. Okay, Ubuntu is freely available there. Anybody can install it. and it is less subjected to the virus and the malwares. Can't we use the Mac and the Windows as in the uh, to work with this bioinformatics data? Yes, you can use, but there is a limitation. Okay, not all the tools, but some of the tools like Blast you can run in the Mac and the Windows, but most of them are actually supported by the Linux. That's why we use Linux mostly there. Okay, and Mac also has the distributions like OS X 10.3, 10.4, 10.5, 10.6, and Windows. We are very friendly with that. Windows has from the XP, then 7, 7 Ultimate, 8, 8.1, 10, and currently we are using the Windows 11, the latest one. Okay, so this is what the operating system. Yes, so you should know, you should have the adequate knowledge regarding the operating systems when you are going to work with the data. So let's talk about the Linux in brief, how we can use that. So there are some ways to use the Linux: single boot, dual boot, with a virtual box, and the WSL. What is a single boot? Most of you people will have the single boot, means one computer will have the one operating system. When you press the power button, it will actually boot your computer in the operating system, whatever you have, mostly the Windows. When you press the button, it will open the Windows. So that is a single boot. Dual boot means one computer will have two operating system. When you will power up your system, it will ask which operating system you would like to use, you want to work with. So that is a dual boot. You can select the one that you want. Virtual box. What is a virtual box? Virtual box is an application in which actually you can, it is an application, okay guys, it is an application in which you can install the Ubuntu. So when you actually use the virtual box, in parallel you are using the two operating systems. Okay, one is the Windows and second is the Ubuntu. So actually using a virtual box, it requires mid range of the specifications. Okay, because two operating systems are running, so it will put the more load on your CPU and as well as your RAM. Okay, so 8 GB RAM, it is compulsory to use the virtual box. Okay, but in the virtual box you will don't worry, you will get the same user interface as of this single boot. Okay, so don't worry for that. And the third one is the last one, fourth one is the WSL. WSL stand for Windows Subsystem Linux. Means what? With the WSL you will get the actually you will get the environment. Okay, I will show you what is the WSL means. The Windows has the command prompt. Okay, in that command prompt actually we can run some commands. If I show you the command prompt, just a moment. So this is a command prompt, and here actually I can work with lots of commands are there. Suppose if I want to see what is the system configuration, there is a system info command is there that will show you the system information. Okay, sorry, it is system info. It will show you the information regarding the system. Okay, so with the command prompt, as I told you that you need to work with the ingest tools. So those ingest tools are supported in the Ubuntu. So you will get the environment here with the WSL, the command prompt of the Ubuntu where you can run your commands. Okay, so this is what the WSL is. Then let's talk about the terms in the Linux, the CLI and the GUI. So this is how you can actually use the Ubuntu. Okay, CLI means you will be provided with this blank screen. This is what we call as the command line interface, and the GUI means whatever you can see is a GUI. Suppose if I type here the Windows and here I type this PC. So whatever icons you are seeing here for this disk, you can access it directly. Okay, so this is what we call as the GUI, directly accessing through your mouse pad, or you can see the user interface. This is what the GUI is, and CLI is the terminal that you can see here. You can perform the commands here, like if I want to see how many files are present in this directory, then there is a ls command that will show. And if you want to see how which files are present in my directory, then you can directly navigate to that you can directly navigate to that folder. Okay, and from here you can see the files and the folders present. Okay, let me open it in the folder, just a moment. Okay, so this way also you can check what files and the folders are present there. Okay, fine. So this is how, what is the CLI and the GUI. Bash, what is a bash? Bash is nothing but see, the Linux also use the bash scripting. Okay, bash scripting is nothing but is a language used, it is a programming language used in the Linux. So to actually run that code, that program, bash is responsible. So it is a command interpreter, that interpreter is that will execute your commands. Okay, this is what we call as the bash. Bash is the interpreter. Bash rc, the bash rc is nothing but it is a shell script file that bash runs whenever it is started. Along with setting in the os, the bash rc helps determine how your command line interface or the terminal app looks and acts. Okay, you might have seen the environment variables in the windows that we use to globalize the file. So in the same way, the bash rc can be also used to globalize the files in the Linux. Coming to the conclusion, final conclusion, what are the benefits you are going to get with these courses? So you will acquire the specialized knowledge and the skills that we are going to provide. You will get the training and everything, the experience. You will be experiencing the industrial experience here. Okay, you will be provided everything here. We have, as we are going to provide here the courses, they are helpful to make you able to work with the industry, uh, to make, to match your skills with an industry, whatever the industry is required nowadays, that you are going to get from these courses. That yeah, enhancing your career prospects, as you can see, this bioinformatics, this field is actually growing at a precedented pace. So to match with that, you should be updated. Okay, so with this course you are going to enhance the careers and the prospects, bridge the gap. See, the main objective, the very main objective of this course is that to bridge the gap. Bridge the gap means what? That many people, many of guys from you might have completed your studies, and there might be the gap. Okay, so we had to fill that gap. You will not feel that I had just taken the gap. Okay, so if somebody from someone among you have learned the programming and then left it due to some reasons, yes, we are going to fill that gap. Okay, so this is what the benefits that you will receive after joining the courses. And you will be ready to fill the industry requirements, whatever is there. Okay, whatever techniques, tools and the technologies you need in the industry, that you are going to learn here.